Calme-toi, calme-toi, calme-toi. Mais calme-toi, calme-toi. Hein? Oh. Ça va, il va être calme. Calme.
As we watch this video of police on the verge of killing a Black man, we witness the role that communities should play in policing, especially policing of humans that look and exist like we do. Every police officer in this video had their guns drawn as if it was the only way of handling this situation. But we also witnessed regular Black men, unarmed, all of them unarmed, de-escalate this situation, which led to the men being apprehended instead of murdered. Because these cops all had their guns ready and ready to possibly murder this man. But so often when we see these videos and we see these situations that sometimes end way more horrific than this one, we do these incidents a disservice and pretend that they aren't related to the origins of modern day policing. The legacy of modern day police is linked directly to slave patrols. And the earliest form of formal slave patrols happened and was created both in North and South Carolina. And their most important mission was to do one thing: to create a system that would instill fear in enslaved Black folk and put down any would-be slave rebellion. They also were charged with finding and returning any Black person who had escaped slave and the horrors of the plantation and returned them. In carrying out these duties, the slave patrols often used tactics of excessive force. Sounds familiar? But the problem doesn't stop with the ending of slavery. No, it continues with both the rampant growth of the prison system and the conversion of slave patrols into police. Consider that before the end of slavery, the state of North Carolina had none prisons. Zero. That's right. Not one prison in the entire state. But after the Civil War and the state rewrote its constitution, the writers of said constitution they didn't decide, they mandated that the state have prisons. And what happened? Well, I bet you can about guess what happened. The same people that were supposedly slave patrols began to arrest Black people for the violations of the newly created Black codes. You know, the laws that said it was illegal for a Black man to apply for a job that a white man wanted. The laws that said a Black person that didn't get off a sidewalk when a white person was trying to pass had violated a law. You know, anything that a white person could think of, because it was also illegal for Black people to testify in court against a white person. Yeah, these are the Black codes that became the law in which the modern day police, ex-slave patrols, began to over-police Black bodies. We know this to be the truth because after North Carolina created its first prison, guess what happened? The population of Black people in the state were 22%. The population of Black people that were incarcerated, 80 to 90%. 80 to 90%. And what happened to these people while they were incarcerated? Well, we already know what happened to these people when they were incarcerated. They got sent back to the same plantations as prison labor, working for 13 cents at the most an entire day's work. 8 hours a day would yield you 13 cents. Listen to me, every one of you who can hear me. To pretend that the over-policing of Black folk happens because of a couple bad apples in police blue is to discount the entire existence of modern policing. For the institution was never designed or created to protect and serve Black folk. And for that reason, we as a society must rethink what we call necessary as it pertains to policing. Have a great day, but not before you think about it.